We have come here tonight in celebration of 4 years of work at this school. It's been far from an easy 4 years. We went through a global pandemic, threats of a global conflict, Miss Evans' 37 different websites you had to use during remote learning, sourcing in misstatements, and all while being away from each other. But we made it, and we're taking our first steps into the real world. Now we're here. So I was really struggling to come up with what to talk about in the speech, like I was whining and moaning to my friends. But then I randomly remembered this YouTube video I watched in 5th grade. And it was one of those videos I was like, 100 interesting facts you probably don't know. But one thing that I still remember after all these years was when it talked about these monks in Tibet. So in Tibet, there are these Buddhist monks and they make these like mandalas out of colored sand. But once they'd finished like these intricate designs, they would just destroy it. I did a little more research on why they destroy them, and it was actually because it was a reminder of the fact that life is impermanent. Somehow, that idea of impermanence is something that's stuck to me and has actually helped me for a lot of my life, especially as a musician. In 6th grade, I started music on the violin, and I was pretty terrible. But I stuck with it, and by 8th grade, I was first chair in my school's orchestra. And going into high school, I went through a similar process. I accidentally joined our marching band. It's a whole story, but I was too shy to back out, and I needed to learn how to play the flute. I sucked. I could barely play any notes, but again, I stuck with it, and today I'd say I'm pretty good at it. And again, I had to learn a couple more instruments throughout the years, and every time I thought about that sucky 6th grader on the violin and thought, as long as I stick to it, I will improve. And more proof of that is right over there with our performing musicians. I helped teach a lot of the musicians, and like me, they started really bad, barely being able to play any notes. But after countless hours, a lot of effort and dedication, they performed here for us. And I'm really proud of every one of them for that. So could we have like a little applause? And even further proof is in front of me, with the class of 2022. I'm not very close to a lot of you, but I know that each and every one of us have gone to great distances to be here today. From balancing sports, cheer, or band with your regular classes, or taking extra AP or college classes, it was a struggle to get here, but we made it. What's next for us though? You might have seen me around campus with one of these things. It's just a toy, but I think that you can teach a pretty good lesson. It is pretty intimidating, like somehow you gotta get all the colors on one side and you don't know where to start. And I feel like that's how most of us feel about ourselves. We're like a jumbled up mess and we're confused on what to do. But back to that idea of impermanence, this scrambled, messed up state is only temporary. We can start turning some sides and maybe we'll figure it out by ourselves. But we probably won't. I use YouTube, solve this thing. And that's okay. There's no shame in asking for help. Eventually though, as we try new things, make and learn from our mistakes, and look for help when we need it, we will figure ourselves out. One main problem though is that this solved stage is different for each and every one of us. What I consider solved in my life is probably a lot different from what you consider solved in your life. That's something we each need to figure out individually. No one is born knowing what they're doing or what they're going to do. We're all fresh, we're new, we're all just kids. And that's why we need to spend the time finding ourselves. Thankfully, as you continue growing in college or in the workforce, that will become easier. We've come a really long way. Just 4 years ago, we were just dumb freshmen, and now we're dumb seniors. So let's keep turning and slowly solve our cubes. Thank you, and congratulations. Yeah.